Hey everybody, we're Loyalty Leather. I'm Kyra.
I'm Cheryl.
And we're here today to talk to you about loyalty
and
all
everything
about it.
that we do. We've actually created a lot of different businesses over the years, but the reason this business is so great is because it happened naturally. It grew out of this random hobby that Kyra decided to learn. She was like, babe, I want to learn to do leathercraft. And I was like, okay, do it. And she was like, okay, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, Loyalty Leather really started by just a love for leather and the desire to make something with leather. And that really just started me as like a hobby, and the hobby took off with such passion and so fast that I really had to ask Cheryl for help to help me really make all these things and start fulfilling orders and everything. And then I guess really the next generation of loyalty was when you decided to dye a bag and with such impactful, and that's really what happened. Was our first kind of iconic bag was your brushstroke dye pattern.
Yeah. I don't know, I just started painting on one of them.
I freaked out.
Kyra freaked out. I cried. She was like, this is the worst thing ever. Why would you ruin the bag like this? And I was like, oh my God, I feel like it's cool, but like, okay. And then everybody loved it. The thing that I love the most about leather, it's hard to actually pick one thing, but I would think the way it smells. The way veg tan smells is like the most earthy and refreshing and like satisfying smell ever. It's way better than candles or like the beach. Like it smells so freaking good.
I think the one thing I love most about leather really is just the character of the leather. I think if you get really good quality, high caliber leather, it had a life. It had a life of its own, and you can see that within the leather, and you kind of remember that. It's almost like you're carrying that life forward. So for me, it's kind of the passion and history of it, and that whole romantic story. That's what I love most about leather.
We source our leather from tanneries all over America. We don't work specifically with the one single tannery, but it is really important to us that we work with tanneries that use hides from cows that are left over or they're a byproduct from the meat industry. We think it's really important to respect the life of the animal.
Where we source our shoe products from is actually we work closely with a manufacturer in Spain that is a 4th generation cobble. They make some of the best shoes in the world, and we partnered with them actually to create the base of what we use for our shoes. So they make our shoes, and then we hand dye and hand apply a finish to each one. So each one is individually different from another, and they're all made from a base shoe that is probably the highest caliber in the world.
My favorite part of the process is hand dyeing every single item that comes through here. I absolutely love taking that newly finished leather object and turning it into a piece of art. Words can't even express the amount of joy that I get out of just like taking that blank canvas and turning it into something super unique and special and powerful and bold, and then imagining the person who's gonna wear it and like how it's gonna make them feel. I love dyeing the bags and the shoes. My
favorite part of the process absolutely is probably the hand applied finish, so all the shoes. That's just personally one of my loves in life, is just taking the time to care for the leather. I also do a hand applied conditioning process to all the bags that go out. And for me, it's just kind of like getting it ready for the big show, and I really like that process. My favorite product that we make, I'm gonna talk about 2 favorite products. First off is probably our military boot. I love the broguing on it and the little details on it. And then the other product that we make that is also my favorite is the Weekender bag. It's probably one of our most iconic bags. It's one of our largest bags, but I just think I love the silhouette of it and what a statement it makes.
The Weekender is one of my favorites too. You stole my favorite.
Did I?
But honestly, I love this little clutch. This was like my first original design, and there's something just so like simple and perfect about it. It's made from one piece of leather folded like an envelope, and it makes me really happy.
So what makes us stand out from other leather companies by far is we make all of our bags in-house. Also, we design all of our bags. The other thing that makes us stand out from other companies is we actually hand dye our bags, and that truly is one of the core values of Loyalty Leather, is we dye the bags in-house, and we try to really dye the bag kind of how the leather suggests it wants to be dyed. We try to bring out more character in the leather than was originally there.
Yeah, I think the thing that really makes it stand out too is that we dye the bags after they're completed. So traditionally in leathercraft, you would dye the leather before cutting it or prepping it for construction. And we actually make the bag and like look at the bag like it's already an art object. And then we apply paint and dye to it, you know, like it's a sculpture, like it's a piece of living art. I've never seen anyone else do that, and when we did it, it was kind of an accident. So, but it turned into something like really special to us, and you know, it's brought a lot of joy to our life. We do want to grow as a company. I mean, nothing is ever going to stay the same, and we really embrace change here. We kind of love change, or I do personally. But I think we're also in this failing fast stage where we try things and we see if people like it, or we see if it works, or we decide, do we like making it or not? And so we're always like moving forward in that way. But I think personally, I would really love to see us do more creative collaborations with other artists in the future. That would be my ultimate vision for Loyalty Leather.
Also, we want to grow as a company by really showcasing how to take care of your leather and how to allow it to get better with age and still keep its perfect usefulness. So where you can find all of our products to buy is we do have an online website where you can purchase all of our products. If you want to know the newest and best things coming out, definitely get on our email list, because we send out everybody on our email list the opening days for sales, any sales we have going on, and all the new products. So definitely get on the email list. And if you want even more, our Instagram is we really support that and really put a lot up there. So all the behind the scenes of us making bags, us dyeing the bags, getting new products in, trying stuff out, all of that is on Instagram. We definitely suggest checking us out there, and we're very active. So give us a shout. We'll definitely chat back with you, and we love interacting on that.
There are two types of leather on the market. Something called chromium tan leather, which is, I would say, an industry standard right now. You can see it, you know, all over the place, online, in stores. A lot of shoes, most handbags are made of chrome tan leather.
About 90% of all the leather made in the world is chromium tan leather.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's called chromium tan leather because it's made with something called chromium salts, which is a heavy metal, and it is very toxic to the people who make this leather. So we really care about the environment, and we really care about making the world better than when we got it. So it's important to us, and we've made it a mission of Loyalty Leather to start educating people on the benefits and the beauty of veg tan leather. Veg tan leather, now it does take longer to make than chromium tan leather. It takes 30 days to 3 months to make a veg tan hide versus
5 days?
3 days, 5 days to make a chrome tan leather. So it's more expensive to make. The quality of the leather is much better. It will last much longer, and it is made using leaves and sticks and vegetables, which is why it's called vegetable tanned leather. It has no chemical effects to the person making it, and it's not going to have any chemical leaching out onto you as you're using the item.
For me, I think when I think of vegetable tan leather, it's almost like a really nice aged wine or whiskey. It's aged in those vats with the vegetable tanning, and it really makes that leather have a character that you'll never find in a chromium tan leather. Yeah. It's also an open pore leather, so it allows to kind of age and grow with you in your life. So whatever environment you have around you and the years that you have that bag is actually locked inside the bag. And that's why every bag is its own bag, and it really makes the products that we make something that you can pass down and have history with that bag. So we find that value really important. Chromium tan leather, you tend not to get that aging process, and it locks those pores, so it's really hard to allow that leather to breathe and to last for longer periods of time. That's why really Loyalty Leather tries to stick very firmly to vegetable tan leather.
Yeah, vegetable tan leather is still really alive. I mean, it's an open pore leather, it's breathing, which is why you need to lotion it and care for it. Chromium tan leather is almost like it's been mummified. It just seems really flat and really lackluster. Where a veg tan bag will wear in, a chromium tan bag leather will wear out. Veg tan leather is where it's at, people.
We're team veg tan leather?
Yeah. Veg tan fan club over here. Yeah.
So we use the highest grade leather that we can find. We keep it fully intact, and that also allows us to get longer life out of it because it keeps it stronger.
Come check us out at loyaltyleather.com and make sure you join our email list so you can be the first to know about all our new releases and cool dye patterns. You can also follow us on Instagram at loyaltyleather, where we show all the behind the scenes awesomeness, and you can see your bag being made in real time. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We really had a lot of fun sharing with you, and we hope to see you soon.